In the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, a city known for country music and creativity, stands something truly unexpected. A full-scale replica of one of the greatest monuments of the ancient world, the Parthenon. A temple once dedicated to Athena, goddess of wisdom, reborn over 4,300 miles away from Athens, Greece. How did this masterpiece of ancient Greece find a new home in the American South? What connects these two temples, built centuries and worlds apart? Let's explore the story of two Parthenons, one ancient and one modern, and the timeless ideals they both represent. Over 2,000 years ago, Athens stood as the beating heart of the ancient world, a place where art, philosophy, and democracy flourished. Between 447 and 432 BCE, the Athenian people built the Parthenon to honor Athena, their protector and the city's namesake. But this wasn't just a temple, it was a statement of power, harmony, and perfection. The Parthenon crowned the Acropolis, gleaming in the Mediterranean sun. Each column leaning slightly inward, every line curved just enough to create balance. What looked effortless was a marvel of design and mathematics and engineering. But centuries of war and transformation took their toll. The temple became a church, then a mosque, and eventually a ruin, scarred, but never forgotten. In 1897, Nashville celebrated 100 years of Tennessee statehood with a grand exposition, a world's fair that showcased progress, art, and pride. The city had long been called the Athens of the South, title inspired by its universities and dedication to learning. So when organizers needed a symbol for the celebration, they chose the Parthenon. The first version was temporary, built from plaster, wood, and brick, but people loved it, coming from all over the country to see it. So when the expo ended, the Parthenon stayed, and by the 1920s, Nashville rebuilt it in concrete and steel, exact, permanent replica of the ancient original. The Athens of the South now had its temple. The Nashville Parthenon is more than a mere monument. It is a masterpiece to precision. Every Doric column, every sculpted figure, every carved panel is recreated in exact detail. Even the imperfections in the ancient structure, the subtle tilts and the curves, were copied to preserve the authenticity of the original. One of the most astonishing features of the Nashville Parthenon is also one of its least expected: the massive bronze doors guarding the entrance to the temple. Now, these are no ordinary doors. Each one stands 24 feet high, 6.5 feet wide, and a full foot thick. Each of them weighs an incredible 7.5 tons. It's about 4 cars. And they're so precisely balanced that they can be opened by hand, making them the largest operable bronze doors in the world. Doors were designed by Nashville architect Russell Hart and the General Bronze Company of Long Island, New York. The original doors, being lost to history, had to be reimagined. Sculpted bronze figureheads for the doors were crafted by Leopold and Belkiny Scholz, both renowned American sculptors. When these colossal doors swing open, they reveal the unexpected interior of the Parthenon. Filming this part of the Parthenon was mythologically surreal. It felt like being in Medusa's lair. She just wanted to be left alone. High above the entrance, resting beneath the sloping edges of the roofline, are some of the most striking elements of the entire structure, the recreated pediment sculptures, each a scene from Greek mythology. When Nashville rebuilt the Parthenon in the 1920s, the goal wasn't just to copy its shape. It was to restore the full artistic experience the ancient Athenians would have seen. To do that, a team of sculptors and craftsmen carefully studied surviving fragments, scholarly drawings, and historical descriptions of the original pediments, whose remains now sit in museums around the world. The east pediment depicts the dramatic birth of Athena from the head of Zeus, with gods and goddesses reacting in astonishment. And in the west pediment, it shows the powerful contest between Athena and Poseidon for the patronage of the city and its people. Today, these recreated pediments give visitors a rare glimpse into the past, into the grandeur of classical Greek art. A reminder that the Parthenon was never meant to be seen as plain stone, but as living art, filled with motion, myth, and meaning. Unlike the ancient inspiration behind the building, this museum is home to very modern treasures. A donated permanent collection gifted to the city by businessman James M. Cowan in the early 1900s is a big part of that. Cowan, a philanthropist from Milwaukee, believed Nashville deserved a flourishing cultural center, a place where art could be enjoyed by the public. He donated 36 paintings, created by prominent 19th and 20th century American artists. Some of the works include landscapes bathed in golden light, portraits rich in character, and impressionistic scenes capturing everyday life. Chosen not for their fame alone, but for the beauty, technique, and the emotional stories behind them. This collection became the foundation of the Parthenons' identity as a museum. Today, this collection is displayed in the Parthenons' lower galleries. Together, a replica of an ancient wonder and a gift of American artwork create a unique harmony, a classical space celebrating modern creativity and bridging centuries of human expression. And now, we'll meet the artist who helped bring this temple to life again. The Athena who stands inside Nashville's Parthenon is the work of Alan LeQuire, a Tennessee-born sculptor whose vision reimagined an ancient goddess for the modern world. In the early 1980s, LeQuire was commissioned to recreate the long-lost statue of Athena Parthenons, the centerpiece of the ancient Greek temple, of which no original remained. Only descriptions, fragments, and centuries of imagination. Working from ancient texts, Roman copies, and modern research, LeQuire and his team spent nearly 8 years building Athena. She was crafted from gypsum cement and fiberglass, sculpting every fold of her robe, every symbol of power, the serpent, the shield, down to the goddess of victory resting in her hand. First unveiled in 1990, she was pure white, majestic, but unfinished. 12 years later, in 2002, her final transformation began, gilded with 23.75 karat gold leaf, painted in rich colors and brought to life. Now, when light spills across her golden armor, visitors see what ancient Athenians might have seen more than 2,000 years ago: Athena, shining protector of her city. Through LeQuire's artistry, the past was given a fresh voice, proof that the greatest works of history can be reborn through imagination and dedication. Standing more than 40 feet tall, Athena is more than an impressive statue. She's a masterpiece filled with symbolism, myth, and intricate detail, all drawn from the traditions of ancient Greek art. In her right hand, she holds Nike, personification of victory, over 6 feet tall, offering a wreath of triumph and holding a small shield, a symbol of the victories Athena grants to those under her protection. At Athena's feet, along the base, runs a vivid sculptural scene, the birth of Pandora, the first woman of Greek mythology. This frieze is crowded with gods witnessing the moment as she comes to life, a reminder of both divine gift and divine consequence. Athena's shield is one of the most impressive and elaborate elements of the entire sculpture. On the front is seen the Amazonomachy, a legendary battle between the Greeks and the Amazons, figures clashing, echoing the ancient belief that civilization must constantly defend from chaos. On the shield's reverse is another mythic struggle, Gigantomachy, the battle between the Olympian gods and the giants. This symbolizes the triumph of order over the forces of chaos, a perfect reflection of Athena's role as protector of the city. Even her sandals are meaningful. They depict the Centauromachy, a battle between the Lapiths and the Centaurs, another symbol of reason overcoming wildness. A story carved into every step that the goddess takes. Every inch of Nashville's Athena is intentionally designed, from gleaming gold armor to the myths woven into her shield and sandals. Together, these details turn her statue into an encyclopedia of Greek mythology. Today, the Parthenon in Nashville represents more than imitation. It's a symbol of connection. The original temple in Greece stands for the heights of human artistry and the birth of democracy. A replica in Tennessee celebrates how those ideals continue to inspire across time, language, and continents. Each column and sculpture tells a story of endurance, proof that what humanity values most can be recreated, reinterpreted, and renewed. From Athens to Nashville, the Parthenon spirit lives on, a dialogue between the ancient and the modern world. From marble ruins on the Acropolis to concrete columns in Centennial Park, Parthenon's story reminds us that beauty, wisdom, and imagination never fade. So next time you're in Nashville, walk through this temple from another time. Look up at Athena and remember, even far from Greece, her spirit watches over the Athens of the South. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Every little bit helps the channel. See y'all next time.